ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Glenn, and welcome to another episode of Tea with Glenn. I am Mr. Glenn, and I am joined by
Lily Hazlett, Kenna Shoemaker,
Alea the Virgil, and today's topic, can we get our drum roll, please? What it's like being surrounded by the popular crowd in high school, and we're kind of just watching, and overall.
Oof. That's a good one.
For those of you that don't know, we are the people that kind of just watch it all go down and laugh.
We're the popular ones of the losers.
Yeah, we are the popular losers, thus making us the duffs of it all.
True. Very, very
We
true.
kind of just watch the cool kids and are like,
It's people watching. It's people
yeah,
watching.
we
We enjoy people watching.
We enjoy watching people. So that's
So-
basically the cool crowd is what today's topic is. Who wants to start us off?
Define cool.
Cool. You know those kids that go out and party every weekend or something? Or
Wait, we have those here?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen them.
Lots of
Oh yeah,
parties.
you got lots of them.
Lots of parties.
Or, oh gosh, this is my favorite. The girls who think they're like really, really cute. And they're not.
And they're not.
And they're
Yep.
not. Those are my favorites.
I feel that on a personal level. Most freshmen?
Not saying I'm the cutest person in the world, but still, it's like,
No, you're pretty cute. You're pretty cute.
cute. But I'm saying there's those girls who are like, I know he's in love with me.
And you're like,
And
honey,
you're like, honey, calm down.
calm down.
Because you're going to be somewhere else and I'm going to be up here. So,
True, girl. True.
Lily,
I just
your take on all of it.
Okay, honestly, I wanted to be one of those girls in like 8th grade.
So did I.
Like, just in 8th grade.
I
Just
realized
in
there
8th
was
grade.
no point to it.
Yeah, like just in 8th grade. So basically, I remember there was this one girl. Her name was Brooke Earbead. Earbead, that's her last name. It's spelled really funky. I
You're
can't.
mentioning actual names?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she doesn't go here.
Okay, sure.
She goes like somewhere in Tempe.
Okay,
So
I
if
guess,
you're
yeah.
watching this, hello. I still love you, Brooke. Just to let you know.
But your story,
I
continue.
still love you. So basically, we met. She was one of the first people I met here when I moved here to Arizona. So we were friends for a while, and then we kind of separated because she kind of joined the cool people, and I became like the loner category. So like I tried becoming her
Same
friend
thing.
to gain popularity. I'm sorry, Brooke, but we don't talk anymore, so like she's probably never gonna see this. But I always admired her from a distance because I'm like, wow, she's really pretty. She's friends with everyone. Can I do that? Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that, and it didn't work
You
out.
can do
too
whatever
hot.
you want.
Yeah, didn't
Very
work out.
true. Not a stripper, kids.
Not a stripper.
Not a stripper, not a drug dealer, as Kenna said in our last episode.
Not be a drug dealer. If I didn't have music, I would be a crackhead.
True. She's like, how would I pay for my drugs? I'm done.
Become a stripper. Anyway, that was last week's episode. Peep last week's episode. My take on this is that I never really got bullied in school for the reason that like I may have got bullied in school, but I always grew up not caring. Not like I don't care about anything.
I wish I had that.
But I just didn't care what people thought about me. Like if people could like talk about me, and I honestly would not like. There's something about me that I just don't care what other people think.
Yeah,
and
that
because
was
of that,
not
I
me.
still.
That was not me in elementary.
That's not most people.
I was
Most
the complete
people.
opposite.
Most people like care a lot about what other people think, but for some reason, I just always grew up like. I don't care what people think of me, so
Then I came to high
didn't really
school.
care.
Then I came to high school. I was like, oh, people, be gone.
And now we hate people.
Everyone.
The thing is for me, I don't know what it is that I did wrong. I don't know what it is that I messed up on. But just starting from day one of kindergarten all the way up until the last day of sophomore year, for some reason, I was like known as the weird girl.
Oh.
I mean, I know I am, but it's like, I just had that reputation. So like, all throughout school, no one was like my actual friend. It was more so like, oh, Aleda, yeah, whatever. I was talked to, but most of the time, it was always, for most people, you would think bullies are mostly just the girls in class. For me, it was boys. Boys were very mean to
They
me.
was
probably
all
liked
of-
you, Aletha.
Ooh.
I doubt it. I doubt that's what it was.
It was all of the above for me. It was all of the
But yeah,
above.
for
Everyone
me,
hated
it was mostly boys, and I never knew
Even teachers
why.
hated
So it's
me.
like I've never had a boyfriend because of that. And then
high school.
I don't know. I just was bullied all throughout school. You would think it was mostly girls, but it was mostly boys. And then now, my life kind of switched around during the summer when I came to Australia Foothills before junior year started, and now I have friends that make me feel good about myself.
Friends
and I've
are
kind of
great.
moved on just from that. And it's like it's funny to watch those cool kids and be like, is any of this gonna matter to you in a bit?
Nope.
Like, is it really?
Nope.
But who are they cool to? Like, what's the standard?
They're
of
cool to each other. Little do they know that they're all losers in their own group.
Well,
True.
They're all cool to each other.
Well, and they're cool to the people who aspire to be bigger and who aspire to, like, you know, if the people who think that they aren't cool.
It's kind of like the popular gang. Like they're trying to be popular based off the clubs that they're in. They're trying, like, it's basically like a cliche. Like, you
It
see,
very
like,
much is.
cheerleaders, and you're like, wow, they're really cool. But then when you look at marching band, most people
Most even cooler.
I know, right?
yeah,
Like,
but
how
most
cool
people,
are
most people
those
think more like, wow, those are nerds.
Cause like
Opposite.
Cause see, to me, when I went into high school, I thought the band was so lit, and I didn't even care. Cause
Band is
all
lit.
throughout elementary school. Okay, so I was on the cheer team in my 7th grade, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna be on the cheer team in high school." And then when I got to high school, the whole entire cheer team was just filled with all these mean girls.
Yep.
And the band was filled with like all these amazing people that are funny and they love life and they just don't care. So that's why the greatest people you will ever meet is in your school's fine arts department. I'm just saying that.
It's because they're not
Bless
trying to live up to some stereotypical expectation that everyone has for
That's
them.
very true. And Glenn, your take. What did you do watching this in high school?
I was never a popular kid, but apparently I was a well-known kid. My wife knows. So disclaimer: my graduating class was like 675 people. So
Dang.
there's no way that I knew everyone.
Ooh,
but,
Desert Vista.
but like my wife has met people, and they're like, "Oh, who are you married to?" And she's like, "Oh, this person. He went to this high school." And they're like, "I know him." And then she'll come home and she'll be like, "Did you ever talk to this person?"
Nope.
No.
Nope.
So, I mean, I kind of kept to myself, but my school was also weird in the sense that the marching band was more successful than the football team. Even with the football team going to like
Yep.
state championships,
Yep.
like
That's how.
we had more documented consistent success, and so it's not like we were unknown people. It's just in our own little world we felt like we were unknown. It's all just kind of like how you view your world. Like to a football player, football is their world. Everyone knows them because of football, so they're popular because of that. If you switch it over to like someone who's in dance, well, I'm in elite dance. Everyone knows me because I'm in elite dance, and that's why I'm popular. So like I was popular in the marching band like group because I was like one of the more outgoing people. But like to me, in the sense of my 3,000 person high school, I was not a popular person. A, because well, you can go find a picture of me in high school, and B, because like I was in band and band wasn't cool. So it's just all about the like social construct that you put around of like what is cool, who is cool. And that's why like my wife and I laugh at this high school because like the dance kids are technically the popular kids. And like football players are the kids who are sitting there being like, I'm cool, I'm on football, like you should like me, tons and tons. Now granted we have those kids who are like super super popular and known, but it's also because they do things other than football. Like if you look at Tyler or like Malachi, or even
Eric.
I've been here for a year.
Eric
still
Eric
don't know who these
Dakota
people
is
are.
a really good
Right.
example.
Yeah, he wasn't like your typical like football jock person, but he was well known because he was in tons of clubs, and
He was also in band.
he was also in band when he showed up. When he showed up. But it's all just about your idea of what is popular. Because I mean, we put all this emphasis on high school, and then the rest of the world is based around high school. Like, everything still has cliques and the in-group, the out-group, the popular, blah, 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 blah. And it's just because we put all this emphasis on high school, but then what will happen is you will meet people who are still stuck in high school, like, 10 years later.
I think I know someone like that.
Because they peaked. And that was something we talked about yesterday. While we were all standing out on the corner doing the Red for Ed stuff, and someone was like, oh, wow, look at that person's car, and they're only a junior. And I was like, well, she's someone who's probably going to peak as a junior. And, like, that's what happens. Like, the high point in your life.
A lot of bad things happen in the backseat of a car. In high school. Just a thing. Like,
I can vouch on that.
boys, if your girlfriend's got a car, just yeah.
I vouch.
You already know.
I vouch.
Yeah, but that's your hormones and the fact that we don't teach you what to do here. So,
Very true. Very true.
I mean,
you're not wrong.
there's been like 9 kids and I've taught here 4 years. That doesn't seem weird to anyone else? I think at my high school of 3,000 people, there are maybe like 3 in my 4 years. That's 3 times as many people. So in theory, we should have had like 30 kids at my high school. But we didn't.
Yikes.
So, I mean, don't let your hormones take control. I know it's tough, speaking from experience, but don't do it.
See, I am an example of a good kid.
Honestly.
Very, very good kid. Thus, okay, I'm speaking out to all my girls out there who are 17, 16, or 15, 18, 19 as well.
A teenager?
I just said, a teenager, young adult. Out to all my independent teen
We might
women.
call those teenagers.
Teenage females.
My name is Aletha Virgil. I'm 17 years old, and I'm a junior at Estrella Foothills High School. I've never had a boyfriend, I've never been on a date, and
Me
I've never
neither.
been kissed.
I've never had a boyfriend.
You know what? This is serious. And I'm
Though that was
fine.
a
I'm
popular
still in
rumor
one.
in high school, so.
What? Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't hear. What?
Oh, I was like, oh, that was a popular rumor in high school for me.
That he had a boyfriend.
That I had a boyfriend.
I'm done.
Sorry, guys, don't swing that way.
If only he was black.
So if y'all still don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, depending on your mindset right now, just you're fine. You're fine. Just know that you're fine. You don't have to do it all fast right now. You're fine.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah, I'm still in one piece. I mean, I'm cool. I'm fine.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Don't let peer pressure get you down.
Yes.
Like, don't worry about it.
Like, that's kind of like
Some people, it's good
irrational
for.
fear. It's an irrational.
It's an
fear
irrational
It's
fear
FOMO.
of like
not to have a
Fear of
relationship in
missing
high
out.
school.
That's
It's
that's
FOMO.
It's like I'm like,
You're
how
not
does
missing
this
out.
person view me? Do they hate me? Do they not? I don't know.
Who cares?
Like,
Do you get your self-worth from someone else? No, then it's not self-worth.
oof.
That's why I have to remind teenagers, when you insult Mr. Glenn, Mr. Glenn doesn't care. Because you know what? You're like 12.
But what if we love Glenn?
Oh, I'm getting a phone call in the middle of the podcast. Ooh, darn.
That one, Thursday, Mr. Glenn's room. How can I help you?
This is great radio.
We are in the middle of filming a podcast, good sir.
Is it someone who actually knows me? Oh my gosh.
Okay. Bye. Have a good day.
Did you at least get his name?
No.
Did
What
he
does
have
he
a
sound like?
deeper voice?
Nope.
What do they sound like?
What did they say?
They're like, hi, I'm actually looking to talk to Mr. Glenn. And I was like, yeah, we're in the middle of filming a podcast. I
Huh?
was like, okay, I'll call him later.
Great TV, great TV.
Very serious. Anyways.
Great. I forget what my point was.
Wait, I believe Lily was talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying how one of my irrational fears.
Yeah.
Oh, FOMO. That's right.
Yes, phobia.
FOMO.
FOMO.
Which
Fear
exactly
of
is
missing out.
what? Give us your in-depth of what your irrational fear is.
Well, I have a lot. We'll talk about that next episode.
But to today's topic,
to today's
relationships, your irrational fear is what?
It's just kind of like, if you're also in like a love relationship, for me, I'm just kind of like, wow, did I mess up? Shut up. I am
Anyways.
in a happy relationship.
Anyways, you can't love in high school, kids. Anyways.
No, you can't love in middle school.
Another subject for another day. Continue.
So basically, I always was like, wow, like if I had an argument, I always wonder, it's always in the back of my mind, like a year later, like, did this cause them to like break up with me or something? Like, it's always in the back of my mind, like I always
Don't
say
worry
something.
about it.
But it's a thing I always worry about. I can't change it, Glenn.
You don't have to worry about the past. As long as you
I always
understand
worry
that
about
it's
the
there and it
past.
has an effect on you in the present.
I know, but I always think like, what would happen if this happened instead?
Where did Miss Shoemaker go? She said she was going to the bathroom like 2 hours ago.
Maybe she had to poop. Don't tell her that I said that, and we'll let it be a
She'll
surprise.
watch it later.
I know.
Oh, my sunglasses.
This is what she gets for not being here. No way to defend yourself.
Okay.
Oh, Mrs.
I'm in one
Shoemaker.
piece again.
Miss Shoemaker.
Oh, I thought she was coming.
Don't spoil the surprise, live studio audience.
Anyways, but speaking of our
There
live
she is.
studio,
Oh, there she is.
moving on to like the second part of today's topic, is there anyone in our audience that has a question or a concern of how you feel so far in high school? Because I know a lot of you are sophomores, right?
You know what?
No, most of them are freshmen,
freshmen.
actually.
Don't you just hate when the guy you like ends up liking your best friend and you just kind of are like, well, life sucks.
I actually have something similar to that. That actually happened
Yes,
to me.
Lily.
Freshman year. This was freshman year. I liked a guy. We'll call him Timothy because I really like. I love the name Timothy. Okay.
Wait, but you're using this for a bad guy?
He's not a bad person.
Oh, okay.
He's not a bad
Okay,
person.
then we're friends. Go.
So Timothy liked my friend
Jill.
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 It was like a love triangle because she liked me, and I liked him. It was an actual love triangle.
Okay. You
So-
liked him, she liked you. Okay.
Yes. So basically, what I did was I talked to my friend and I talked to him, both privately, saying like, "Hey, what kind of person am I to you?" That just probably was a spike the mic.
R.I.P.
Yeah, just don't clap into the mic.
So we figured it out. I ended up dating Timothy.
Okay. And what happened to Jill?
Jill is. I actually haven't talked to her in a few years.
Jill disappeared.
Jill went MIA.
Similar. Okay, so this was my sophomore year, so last year. I had a friend. We're gonna call her. Glenn, give me a name.
Look strong. Shanta.
LaShanta. Okay, I had a friend named
How
LaShanta.
ethnic of it.
And the thing is, I didn't know that she liked girls.
Oh God.
Here I am. We're pretty close at this point. Me and her like hold hands in the hallways and things like that. We're close.
I feel that.
Wow. Wow.
And little do one day we're like practicing for our upcoming dance concert because we're gonna do a duet or something, which didn't make it in the show because she didn't want to finish it. But anyways, we're practicing one day, and she like grabbed me in a certain way, and I was like, "Stop! That's kind of lesbo." And she's like, "Well, who cares if it is?" I was like,
The straight one.
and then everything kind of just made sense at that point. I was like, she likes girls, she likes me. And then one day I just went up and addressed it to her. Just one day I went and I addressed it to her, and she admitted to it, and I was like, I'm sorry, I like boys. And then every now and then she'll like text me on Instagram, hi, how are you doing? But then I don't really like
Straight.
reply as much as
You
I
once did.
should. Yeah. It's like I want to talk to her, but then it's like if I do, it leads her on, and I'm like, no.
Don't wanna do
I'm
that.
Not like that. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you just hate when people lead you on?
Yeah.
And end up liking your best friend. It's really awkward when people lead you on.
Not specific. But we are coming to an end.
I know.
So, what are we going to be looking forward to next week?
Next week we're gonna be. Let's look at
Let's
our
look at our schedule for next week.
scheduled topics. Gotta open up the notes real quick.
So, in the meantime, make sure that you like, share, subscribe us on iTunes, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter,
Tweeter.
all damn good social media platforms.
And
Coming up next week on Tea with Glenn, making your own decisions rather than listening to your parents. We'll see you next week, kids. Bye.
That has been
Tea with Glenn.
Human radio is playing your